And now I invite Mr. George Thivoes, Minister, Counsellor, Education and Research, Australian Government Department of Education. Yeah, Mr. George. And I would request Shweta to provide the bouquet, please. Yeah, Mr. George.
Good evening, everyone. I've had a look at what is a very full agenda that you've had this afternoon and this evening. Many excellent speakers who have just come before me. And what I would say to you is, my limited Hindi is, up kaise hai? We're all awake? Or I have to say I've learned that if you're in Mumbai, tu kaise hai? But I've been told do not use that in New Delhi because in New Delhi we're much more formal. So I understand the differences because we have Sydney and Melbourne as well. The other thing I have to say is thank you very much to Nishi Bora for inviting me. Nishi, you remember that I only arrived 6 months ago. You saw me a few weeks later. Sonia Singh, thank you very much. I saw you in my first week. You remember I knew nothing then. I was very green. I think I know a lot more now. That is also thanks to the education family here in India, of which you are part of as well. And obviously to our universities, La Trobe and ANU, and I know we haven't got to meet yet, but we will get to meet. Thank you very much. A couple of things about me. So I am the Minister Counsellor for Education and Research at the Australian High Commission. I'm very privileged to be there. I'm very privileged to be in India. People have said, why India? Well, my background is Greek, so I have two backgrounds. So I have obviously Australian and the Greek, so I've got the best of both. I remember standing in front of the Taj Mahal recently and thinking, I was in awe, one of the 7 wonders of the modern world. I remember having the same feeling as a child going to Greece and standing at the Acropolis, the same feeling. So now I have another culture that I want to immerse myself in. I don't want to be just a visitor to this country, I want to be involved as well. So some of you will know that I do like film, so La Trobe, thank you very much, Bollywood. It's a good way to learn the culture by looking at the readings, the poems, the music, the films, and for me around the films is easiest. The first film I watched was Bahubali. Some of you have seen that, yes? What I didn't realise was there was also a Bahubali 2. And then I decided to watch them both in one night. Probably my second week of being here. I turned up at work the next day. My staff and my colleagues were worried. I looked terrible. I looked tired. They thought, I've only been here for a couple of weeks and I'm sick already. I said, no. I said, I was watching Bahubali. And they said, you know there's a part 2? And I said, yes, I watched it. And they said, you need to sleep. And that's fine. What I did find out, though, which was interesting, is there is a character called Katapa. And there might be a few Katapas in this room. However, I have looked at the actor who played Katapa, and unfortunately, I look more like Katapa from the film than he does. I have been at a number of meetings where people have also mentioned it. And then I looked at the first time that this was mentioned to me and I said, but Katapa is a murderer, sir. But then I was told, but Katapa is a good man. He is a good murderer. I said, well, in Australia, I have not met any good murderers yet, but I'm sure in India I will meet it. So I'm known as the Australian Katapa, and I'm very proud to be called that. So I have added, obviously, to my film repertoire, maybe more than some of you. Kalki, Adipurush, Rocky and Rani, 3 Idiots, The Jewel Thief, Chava, Crew, Tujuti Main Makar, is that correct? Good News, Bad News, Pathan, and last weekend I watched Stree 1. I don't like horror movies, it was good. Then I had to watch Stree 2. But then I watched Jab We Met with Kareena Kapoor. So yeah, and it's not just about that. Obviously, Ranbir Kapoor will be starring in Ramayana in 2026. Obviously an epic, absolutely in India. So I do know a bit about history. I love history and culture. I have read parts of the Ramayana and the Mahabharata as well. Obviously actors, Prabhas, Ranveer Singh, Deepika, Alia Bhatt, all of them. I did try to watch Pushpa. I couldn't get through the first one, but anyway, I think I need a special time to do that. And there's the competition. Are you for Tiger Shroff or Hrithik Roshan? I won't buy into it. Music as well. I, in a previous life, used to be an opera singer. So I did sing at the Opera House for a couple of years when I wasn't working in employment or education. So your music I love. Tum Hi Ho by Arijit Singh. I don't mind Diljit Dosanjh. Père Le Bimet from the movie Animal. Nina, of course, by Diljit Dosanjh, which is quite famous. And the other thing that many of you don't know is that I have promised the Honourable Minister Pradhan that I will sing for him, because when he first met me, my predecessor, Matthew, danced at the G20. Yes. Yep. And Minister Pradhan met me and he said, Matthew danced. And I said, yes, Honourable Minister, I am old, I cannot dance. But Minister, I will learn a song for you in Odia, which is where he's from, and the song, which I've mentioned to him recently, is Rangabati, and I've promised to learn it and sing it for him. So I'm immersed. I love the country. I love the people, very welcoming. It does remind me of Greece on a much larger scale, but very much, and the family traditions, particularly the family at the centre of everything. And that's the way we are, and that's why I understand the way you are as well. And you create families in business. You cannot turn up to a business in Greece or to a government institution without some sort of introduction. They'll ask, where are you from? Who do I know? Do I know you? Do I know your family? And as for weddings, I know we've got a movie, My Big Fat Greek Wedding. I have been to an Indian wedding. We have nothing on the Indians. They're absolutely amazing. So thank you. So probably to the more serious part of my speech, which I'll stick to now. It is a pleasure to be here this evening to speak about one of the most dynamic and promising areas of India-Australia relations, which is education. For many years, education has been the beating heart of our partnership. It's one of the best stories we have to tell. Indian students have long chosen Australia for their studies, and today more than 120,000 are pursuing their education there, and you have been very much part of that story. That flow of talent and ambition will continue, and we welcome it. But what's new and truly exciting is that Australian universities are now coming to India, and you've already heard that from a number of speakers. We all know the University of Wollongong and Deakin University were the first to set up foreign branch campuses. They're already running classes in Gujarat, as you know. University of Western Australia has announced plans. Western Sydney University, Victoria University, and La Trobe are also coming to India. Melbourne University has its global centre in Connaught Place, and Monash University is working hard to launch a teaching academy in partnership with the Uttar Pradesh government. We are so intertwined. We also know there's over 1 million Indians who actually live in Australia. So we are being influenced by that culture as well. And we expect more announcements soon. It means choice. Students can still go to Australia, of course, or they can access the same world-class education right here at home. And having a Greek family background, I understand that Indian mothers don't like their sons to go very far away. Is that right? So therefore, if they study here, there's a level of comfort as well. We're also seeing more dual degree programs, allowing students to study partly in India and partly in Australia. And it's not just about Indian students going abroad. Initiatives like the New Colombo Plan are actively encouraging young Australians to come to India, to study, to intern, and to build lasting relationships. And with the Australian branch campuses now being established here, I believe it will become even easier for Australian students to take part in exchanges and experience India firsthand. As these campuses open, they'll create new opportunities for collaboration, student mobility, and deeper mutual understanding right here on the ground in India. Now let me turn to the other side of the story, Indian students in Australia. The Australian government is proud to welcome the best and brightest Indian students to our campuses. Their presence enriches the learning experience for everyone, domestic and international students alike. They bring energy, ambition, and a global perspective that strengthens our classrooms, our communities, and our institutions. We are committed to delivering the highest quality education to all international students. That means not just academic excellence, but also a safe, supportive, and enriching environment. We know there are challenges. Integrity issues in the international education sector must be addressed, and they are being addressed. The Department of Education, regulators and other government agencies, many who are at this table here, are working together to ensure students from India and from around the world receive a world-class experience. This includes making sure students have access to accommodation and that they're protected from unscrupulous education providers. These are real issues, and we are all tackling them head on. Australia offers more than just a degree. It offers a vibrant, safe lifestyle with opportunities for outdoor activities, cultural engagement, and generous work rights. Students build lifelong global connections and graduate with qualifications that are recognised and respected around the world. My hope is that by continuing to work together, we can all ensure Indian students keep choosing Australia for its reputation, its quality, and its outcomes. We're committed to making sure that choice remains a smart one for students, for families, and for the future of our partnership. Now, I was going to say, Shubh Kam Nai, which I should have said at the beginning, best wishes for all of this, and to you all going out again for the next 12 months, after a wonderful day here. Thank you again for the opportunity, not only to speak, but to listen to everyone here. I am, as you can see, constantly learning, and I have a thirst for knowledge, Indian knowledge at this stage. Thank you.